Hello, tonight's dinner is another really, really easy, quick gusto recipe. So I'd put some pasta on to boil. I used some wee shell pastas. This is macro pasta. So I had fried off some shallot. I never browned it, I softened it. I then added about 3 cloves of garlic and some chilli. It was just frozen chilli that I buy from the shop because I never use up a full packet of chilies. I then softened that down and I added, that was 2 mackerel fillets. The recipe calls for 1 mackerel fillet, but 2 is just delicious. And I bought them in my last Waitrose haul, so I might as well get use of them. So I tried to heat them up, picking up the bits that I made a mess of because I'm a messy bugger. I then added some chicken stock, just a tiny little bit of boiling water to kind of melt the stock. I usually use like a kind of puree stuff, but I didn't have any left. I then heated that up gently, and then I added 80 grams of creme fraiche. This makes it, it's just incredible. That also gives a little bit of moisture to the dish as well. So by the time that melts down, it'll be a bit more moist. I hate that word. It'll be a bit more moist. And then I smushed it through, and then I added some spinach. I grabbed this spinach from Iceland for pennies because I was on the hunt for spinach. It's the only thing I didn't have for this recipe, and it was on sale, so it was literally like 30 pence or something. That's a full bag. I chopped it up and then added it in. So I wilted that down. And then what else did I do? Let me see. Yep, I then added that's what it was. I added the pasta shells back in. I then added a tiny little bit of pasta water just to make it a bit more moist. And then I squeezed over a bit of lemon just to give it a little kind of hint of tartness, a little kind of sourness to it because it's quite salty at this point. I then actually sprinkled over a spoonful of sugar. I never put the video in, but I put in a wee bit of sugar just to take the edge off the saltiness. I then chopped up 20 grams of Parmesan cheese, and I put that on, and then I put the lid straight back on. Turned off the heat, put the lid on, and the residual heat melted the cheese. And in the meantime, the kids had asked for mussels, so I bought these out at Marks and Spencer's a couple of days ago. So I added the 2 packets of them. They literally take like 2 minutes to cook. That's a lie, 5 minutes to cook on the instructions. It couldn't be any easier.